Okay, this is the Agilent Endeavor baseline, and we'll be invoking the G5 note for material SA-240 316L, which gives it a 16.2K SI stress value. Otherwise, if you do not use the G5 note, it will drop it down to 12.2 KSI, which causes a higher T-min on the shell here. So if you look, we have no T-min notes here, so it brings our T-min up pretty high. So what we need to do to update this is come over here to the pencil on the first shell line, pencil, then T-min notes, G5, G21, and then erase this. Save that. It'll bring up the correct material. Push OK. Then if you'll look on the first shell, we have to click calculate. Sorry. And the reason we're doing it on the first line of the shell is because we're going to extract the entire data table and then propagate those values. So when we do that, it's going to update here to the table. So we'll click all of our shells real quick. Oops. One more, and then that's why we did that in the pencil to begin with. That way we can copy this down with propagate. Update only checked rows. Same with this one. Propagate. Propagate. And it looks like these are unselectable, but you can still propagate it if you select it. Propagate here. Propagate here. And what I've found is that we have to save this and then pull the T-min out by deleting one and propagating so it blanks everything out. So it's saved, erase one, and I like to do them all just for fun. Propagate, save, close, back to view. Then we can update the T-mins, and we should see, I believe it was 195 rather than 259 on the shell. Yep, 195 on the shell. So those are the correct T-mins, but what we have to do to get the failing CMLs to calculate correctly, typically you would just erase the T-min here because we have the new T-min. Propagate, all rows, yes. And then I would save. Then it would bring in the 195 T-min and it would be passing. Well, for whatever reason, it still flags it as red, even with the new T-min value. Looks like we forgot one on the other, but I'll fix it. So that's the one that's failing right now. But if we fix it here, save. Okay, so we've got over 50 years of remaining life, but it's still showing red like it's failing. So that could cause some confusion. So what I typically do is I go ahead and extract this whole thing, copy it into Just copy it here. Make sure we have enough lines in between. That is 72. Good thing we didn't do that. Cut that out. Okay. So then I'll go back into the info page. I will also grab this table. And so it's basically like redoing the UT, but without all of this information. It didn't stick anyway. This one will. Copy this. Save it first. Oops. Copy. Put that here. Yep. So now all I do is go in here, all the way down to here. Copy. Delete. Paste. Save. Still got that one. Oh, we didn't calculate it again. So we'll go ahead and do this again. Can't remember what it was. We'll see if it'll do it by itself. Propagate. Close. Let's make sure that looks right. Yeah. Close, back to view, and then calculate. T-min. So 195. Let's make sure it has our note. It does. Good. So then, remember we copied the UT, so that's all we're gonna copy back in or paste back in all the way out to the inspector name. Just grab this here, and we can actually delete these T-mins here first. Down here, hold shift, click, control, history, thickness. This is the only way I've been able to get the red to disappear. And it's basically just redoing the whole thing with the right steps involved. So T-min comes in, 195 for the shell, and we're good to go. Come on. Okay, 195 for the shell. Notice the red's gone with the same exact years in the remaining life. So, weird glitch, but I like to have it without the red because it throws flags. So We'll close this, get rid of the recommendation, because it was made in error. Save that, close that, then come up here to none. It's back down to save, and then complete. Save will give us the next inspection date. Yep, 2035. So that one had 40 plus years of remaining life when it had 0 over here. So just put 40, change my highlight color. Then I'd already done this one, so I'll put a note up here that says that we invoke G5. Note for team in calcs, vessel now passes remaining life calcs. So we'll just put that there. Same thing. Good to go.